Collective, you could be in a season of your life where Spirit is asking you to take a leap of faith. Someone in the collective is having a bit of fear, a bout of fear of the unknown. There could be a lot of confusion around your next steps, your next movements, what you should or shouldn't do, what decisions you should or shouldn't make. You're seeking a lot of understanding right now. Okay, there could be something that you're working on that you may be getting a little impatient with. Spirit is saying, all right, you may feel also a little isolated right now. Okay, they want you to remain committed to your long-term goals. They want you to remain committed to what you are working on, what you are asking for, what you are manifesting, and to be patient and not to allow fear to be what you base your decisions on. A lot of you could be also going through somewhat of a dark night of the soul. Okay, we're going to tap into this energy and see exactly what it is Spirit wants you to know going forward. All right, thank you for tapping into Midheaven Tarot. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome Soul Tribe, welcome back. If you are a new viewer, welcome to you as well. Please take the message as it resonates, okay? And we're going to see what Spirit wants you to know. Spirit, right now, what does the collective need to know concerning their emotions, their feelings, their perception about where they are right now in life or where they are in accomplishing their goals? What is it that they need to know? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. There's something that you are working on, something that you are very passionate about, collective, that is going to put you in this Empress energy. You could be already in Empress energy as you have been working on something. You're moving past some sort of season of regret, or you have moved past this season, but something that you're working on as you work towards recovery, as you work towards moving on, letting go of what was lost. It's going to put you in this Empress energy, okay? Empress energy talks about having available resources, having what it is you need to accomplish your goals, to accomplish your work, whatever you're working on, your purpose, your destiny. There's provision that is going to be provided for you or has been provided for you because you've taken action. You've taken action. You're taking action. Okay? So this is either something you're doing right now or something Spirit is asking you to continue to do, to continue to take action. For some of you, you haven't quite taken action yet. It's almost like you have an idea of what could be a solution, but you're kind of mulling over it. All right? You're kind of being indecisive. Really what Spirit is saying is happening is that you have already been given the path and the way, but your fear of whether it's going to turn out the way you hope, if it's going to be what you hoped it would be, the long-term commitment to bringing it to what you want it to be could also be something that you're fearing. All right? So for some of you, this Spirit is asking you to make the commitment to, I'm hearing, take the bull by the horns. So some of you could be Tauruses. All right? Taurus sign may resonate with you in your chart somewhere. Take the bull by the horns. Okay? Take action. Take action, because whatever they're asking you to take action on, or whatever you are pondering about taking action on, there's not going to be a loss in this goal, in this aspiration, something you're inspired to do. It's going to allow you to recover. So there's a lot of root chakra energy here with this Empress card. I'm also seeing a lot of solar plexus energy. Okay, so this could be about your creativity. This could be about your light, allowing yourself to step into your light. Your root chakra could be about your earth energy, and you projecting into the earth the way you have been asked to by your spirit team. But I'm hearing take the bull by the horns. Let's look at some more. Give me another couple cards, Spirit, on this. Yeah, because something is going to be revealed to you, or something has been revealed to you. There's something you already know that you should be doing, or you want to do, or you're being called to do. Okay? You may have some past choices that you are not pleased with, that would have had you in the upright Five of Cups, where you would have been kind of disappointed. But they want you to take action on something. Clarify the Ace of Wands. We have the Hierophant. Some of you could be involved in some sort of spiritual practice, some sort of spiritual teaching. You could be a spiritual teacher, a spiritual coach, spiritual life coach. You could be a diviner, a card reader. Something here having to do with you being able to establish structure, foundations. Clarify the Five of Cups. There's something also right now that you are learning. Okay? There's something that your spirit team is teaching you about your ability to show forth your skill set, to show forth your ability to juggle some things, to balance some things. They're trying to show you how to balance the ups and downs of your endeavors, of your life, of your emotions, of your spiritual process and progress. They want you to take action on what it is you're learning right now. Okay? And embrace the ups and downs of your process, of your journey. Clarify the Five of Cups with the Death card. Some of you could be in a season right now where you are learning to let go of something that didn't work before. You realize you have to make a change. There's a change here that is about to be made, okay? There's also an end to whatever you have been kind of held back, or in a place of kind of recycling memories, nostalgia. I'm hearing going over and over and over in your head, in your heart, in your spirit, about things, wishing things could be different than they actually are, wishing your past decisions could have been different. There's a change coming to your emotional state as it relates to some of your disappointments, maybe some of your traumas. There's an end that is coming to that. There's also an end that Spirit is asking you to participate in bringing, that holding on to the past to an end, holding on to loss. I'm hearing, okay? Some of you may have experienced a lot of loss in your past, all right? But you're in a season right now where Spirit wants you to move past those losses, okay? Move past those losses. Clarify the Death card. Because whatever you lost, it was intended for you to lose. Okay, whatever you lost in the past was intended for you to lose. There's a lesson in whatever it is you lost. This is the ups and downs of life, the ebb and flow of life. You know, the light and the darkness, the sun and the moon aspect of existing in this dimension. Spirit wants you to understand that this is the way kind of things go, and to flow with it. Okay, flow with it. Don't hold on to it. Don't kick against it. Don't fight against it. Don't fear it. Okay, it's not something we need to fear. It's something that we need to kind of alchemize, overcome, and work with, the ebb and flow of life. So they want you to let go of what was lost. If you lost it, it was meant for you to lose it. Okay, it was meant for you to lose it. This was a death process. All right, things, relationships, other aspirations that you had, other goals that you set, anything that you were dealing with in the past that didn't pan out the way you hoped it would. That was divine intervention. I'm hearing Spirit say. You have the Queen of Wands clarifying the Death card. Some of you are not taking action on letting go of the past. You may have experienced a lot of endings in your most recent past. Some things have come to an end. Okay, but they want you to participate. Some of you are not participating in the releasing of it, releasing of the rejection, releasing the abandonment, releasing the unrequited love, releasing it, letting it go, burying it. Okay, letting it go, because from that burial, Spirit is saying something else is going to spring forth. And once you accomplish this, for those of you who may still be kind of sitting idle and not participating with Spirit in putting to rest things that need to be put to rest, you may not see it yet, but it's going to be revealed to you as you begin to participate and bringing closure to things that didn't kind of work out the way you wanted them to in your past. Clarify the Empress card. They need you to balance your divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Okay? Yeah, there's a lot of there's information that they want to give you. Some of you have been receiving, some of you are already sitting in this divine feminine energy, whether you're male or female, and there's information, there's downloads that they're giving you. There's things you are contemplating. All right? They kind of want you to kind of go within. Go within. I'm really picking up heavily that many of you have been doing that. Okay? Have been doing that. I'm hearing maybe excessively. There is a such thing as going within excessively, because if you go within excessively and you don't come out and begin to sit in this Queen of Wands, then you kind of it's kind of an imbalance in that, right? Like, of course, we're supposed to meditate, we're supposed to contemplate, we're supposed to listen to our divine feminine energy, check for her, see, make sure that we are going the way that she is leading us to go. But when you are dealing with fear of the unknown, you can kind of hide in meditation. You can hide in prayer. You can hide yourself in rituals. You can hide in a lot of things, when really what you're dealing with is a fear of the unknown. You're afraid of what it is you're hearing her tell you. You're afraid of the outcome. You don't know if you can make the commitment, if you can have longevity with the commitment that it's going to take for you to manifest. Okay, this is because you're still kind of holding on to some things in your solar plexus. You're still holding on to some failures and from the past. All right, clarify the four of swords, please. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Right now, some of you could be excessively spending time in your private, like going within. You're excessively doing it. All right. You're excessively doing it. This to me does not feel like, normally the Seven of Swords is about, somebody coming into your life trying to betray you, acting strategically, so on and so forth. Some of you are like, this is giving me self-deception. This is giving me a bit of self-deception. Like you're spending a lot of time in meditation, but when you come out, the information that you're receiving, you're not quite making it applicable. And they want you to take action on it. Action on the lessons that you are receiving. Okay? Becoming comfortable with the ups and downs of your current circumstances and letting go of past failures, so that you can release something in your root chakra, release something in your solar plexus, okay? Release something even in your sacral chakra. So your lower three chakras may be a bit out of balance for someone, all right? So take it how it resonates, because I'm looking at the orange that is in this card here, in the sunflower, even the orange in the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the lower three chakras are really showing up a lot in this reading. Your crown chakra is working fine. All right. Your crown chakra is working fine, but your lower three chakras is where you are a bit stagnated. And it's out of some sort of fear that you have. I don't know if this is a fear of failure, a fear of ridicule, criticism, anything like that. You may even be afraid of making some sort of mistake. All right. You could be like me and you get bored with the mundane tasks that sometimes comes along with reaching our goals. We have these brilliant ideas, we have these goals we want to accomplish, we have a lot of things that we want to step into, and sometimes we get so excited about just the vision alone, we overlook, or there's a under calculation of the small steps that has to be taken. And so maybe it is the mundane task of reaching the goal that may be a bit overwhelming for you. Maybe you feel like you don't have anyone to support you in working on what it is you're trying to accomplish. Clarify the moon, please. Judgment. Something is going to be revealed to you if it has not already come out to you. Okay, if it hasn't already been revealed to you, there's something that's going to be revealed to you. All right, and when it is revealed to you, Spirit needs for you to move on that and make a decision. Like there's a decision being made. There's a decision already been made. Clarify the Judgment. Yeah. The decision has already been made that you're going, I'm hearing the spirit, your spirit team, whoever you deem to, be the Most High, God, whoever your ancestors and things like that, whoever you work with spiritually, have already pronounced whatever this is going to be a success. But you have to take action on it. So your success is already kind of like been predetermined. The success of whatever this is already predetermined for you. There's going to be a lot of recognition that you may receive for whatever this is that you're being asked to step into. Okay, this could be your healing. This could actually be some sort of a business venture. Maybe you want to go for a promotion. Maybe it's something more tangible. Or maybe it is just healing from disappointment, healing from abandonment, healing from rejection, letting go of your coping mechanisms, healing from trauma. There's a success here as you take action. Some of you have already been told that it is going to be successful, but there's just this residual sense of anxiety about taking action. What is the anxiety that the collective is experiencing? What is that anxiety coming from, Spirit? Don't be fooled. Yeah, yeah. There's something going on in your perception. There's something going on in your perception that is keeping you in some sort of a mental trap. Okay? Something in your perception is misleading you. Yeah, and that's this seven of swords. For some of you, it may not be so much that you're excessively spending time going within, but it is actually that you are having some sort of a like there's still some sort of mental trickery that is going on within you about your ability to accomplish something. Tell me more. What is this? Some of you are actually okay. We have a rural dream, all right, and some of you are afraid to trust that you are actually stepping into the new beginning that you are actually stepping into. There's a light that is trying to like come up in your life, and your mind is not quite trusting that the light is coming. Something is changing. Something is turning around for you. You could have been in a shadowy period, doing shadow work and dealing with your shadows. And so if you've done that before, you know how extensive that can be. You know how emotional that can be. You know how even painful dealing with your shadows can be, because you have to dig up things from the past and move past them. But to move past them, you have to face them again. And a lot of times that comes with a remembrance of exactly how it made you feel when it happened at that time. So some of you could be also dealing with a little bit of emotional and or spiritual PTSD from things that you have been dealing with. But there's some sort of a new dawn or something that is getting ready to come in your life, that is prepared to come into your life. But someone in the collective, it could be you, it could not be, take it how it resonates. Someone in the collective is feeling a bit skeptical about something, that something has ended, that the shadows have ended, that the dark night of the soul in this season for you have ended. We go through several cycles of it, but this cycle, they want you to learn the lesson and take action on the lesson that you've learned. It seems that the lesson that you've been learning is about how to go with the flow. Tell me more. Yeah. Yeah. Your mind is convincing you that you don't have access to something. Your mind is convincing you that the gates are closed, that a gate is closed, a doorway is closed to you. And I want you to keep in mind that this whole thought process, if this is you and this resonates, it is deceiving you. You are not actually barred out of anything. You are not actually being kept out of anything. What it is you want is exactly what it is you can have. You're not being kept out of this new beginning. And in between these two energies, you have a new dawn here. You have a new breaking of day here. So something is coming up. Something is coming up in your consciousness. Something is coming up in the way you are projecting into your life right now, that is pointing you to see that in your mental state, something is still communicating a lie to you. Something is still telling you that you do not have access, that you absolutely do have. We have wealth and luck. Okay? And then we have the world. I'm going to put that over here. I'll just sit it there. Clarify, don't be fooled, please. Charming chat, inspiring news. It's almost like you don't want to, it's instead of seeing the glass half full, you're seeing it half empty. It's something going on mentally where you kind of have anxiety about trusting that you're going to get some good news about something. Clarify auroral dreams. Anger, an attempt to mask insecurity. So there's still some things going on, and you're coming out of a dark night of the soul. You're coming out of a shadowy period, okay? So yes, the dawn, the sun is coming up for you, but you're at that middle period where the sun's not quite up, but it's not quite dark. It's still dark, but you can see the sun coming up, okay? Something is being illuminated, all right? And it has a lot to do with somewhere in your heart space, you still are dealing with insecurities. And this is affecting your decision making. This is affecting your decision making. Yeah, because see, we have a sword here, and that's the same swords, that we have with this four of swords and this seven of swords. There is something going on in your mind that is directly connected to your heart that is deceiving you at this time. But for some of you, the light is coming up, and it is illuminating this to you. Like you can see it with this reverse moon. You're starting to understand. You're starting to understand that you are coming out of your shadowy phase. You are coming out of your dark night of the soul. Clarify, barred from entry, members only. Coming to light. And even though this is a gate, right, I'm still picking up a lot of mental energy on this. And do you see how the sun is dark here, but the sun, something is being illuminated to you in your crown chakra. And this is what is holding up your lower three chakras. And it has something to do with disappointment. It has something to do with your past and feeling insecure in your decisions because of past disappointments, rejections, failures, abandonments, all of that energy, okay? So there's still some healing that needs to be done. for some of you. For some of you, you're at the phase of the healing process where you can see exactly what it is you're still believing, that you no longer have to believe, because you have already made the decision to go forward and be successful. You've already made the decision to step into your new beginning. You're still kind of in the shadow, but the light is there and you can see. Anything that is left over residual in your thinking, in your heart space, you see it and you're dealing with that. With this reverse 5 of Cups, you're moving past that. Clarify wealth. There's a lot of success here for whoever this message resonates with. The crows. Transformation is what I'm hearing. Something going on in your finances is going to be transformed. If you are having some sort of a financial crisis, that is going to be transformed. Okay. I don't really care for the word luck. I prefer the word fortune. So your fortune is changing. This could be the wheel of fortune. It's changing. All right. There's a transition, because and a transformation. Crows, of course, can be representing this death card that we have here. Death and rebirth. Transformation. The dark night of the soul that you have gone through or you're going through is providing you wisdoms that can only be discovered in the darkness. All right. So there are certain lessons we can only learn when we go through these dark periods, these shadowy periods. We have the task, however, still to utilize those wisdoms. Okay, as we start to step into a more light aspect of ourselves, we still utilize the wisdoms that we gained while we were in our shadowy period. We don't just throw them away and just say, okay, boom, let's just okay, I'm done with that. Let me step into the light. It's like you utilize it. You utilize what you learned during your dark period. Some of you could be seeing crows a lot right now. All right. If you're seeing crows a lot, because a lot of people feel a little iffy about seeing crows because they can represent endings, death and rebirth. Okay. But they represent death and rebirth. So if you've already been going through a shadowy, dark period, okay, then they're showing up to illuminate to you that you're getting ready to step in a rebirth. Okay, so you have to really pay attention to when the crows show up. What are you experiencing spiritually? It's not just, oh, I see crows, oh my God, what's going on? Ooh, they evil. It's not that. It's what's going on with you when they show up. Okay. But some of you may be seeing a lot of crows at this time. And it is indicating to you that there's about to be a change in your fortune. There's about to be a transformation taking place in your money, in your success, in your goals. Clarify the world, please. Thank you. There is no peace without war. I'm hearing you are in the world, but you are not of it. Okay, and I don't know how that's going to resonate for some of you. You are in this world, but you are not of it. All right? Being in this world does require a bit of warfare. All right? When we want to get to peace, we have to go through seasons where we are tearing down and confronting, slaying with this sword, right? Slaying things, slaying thought processes that have been robbing us of our good fortune. And we bring peace to our world, as a collective and individually, when we individually go through these private battles and we overcome these private obstacles. When we step into a certain inner peace, we can then bring peace to the world. Okay, so you're in the world, but you're not of the world. All right, your information, your wisdom is coming from your spirit team. Okay, so we have the job then, as we begin to receive divine impartation, as we begin to receive these downloads, we then have the task to show up in the world, okay, and bring those wisdoms, bring that strength to our world individually and collectively. To me, that's what that particular scripture means. You're in it but not of it, right? Let's see, what else do we want to look at? What is the collective being asked to look at, or what are they being asked to align with right now as it relates to this phase of their journey? What is the collective being asked to realign with as it relates to where they are in their journey this far? Let's see. I don't like the way that flipped out. Let them go. Yeah. Let them go. Okay. Let it go. Let it go. Someone in the collective has experienced a lot of loss as it relates to people you loved, people you nurtured, people you cared for. Let them go, right? Let it go. Something you may have, you may have been trying to build, you may have been trying to grow, and something could have come along and burnt down all your progress. You know, this tree looks like it's been struck by lightning. So this is also giving me a little bit of a tower moment. What is the 18 card in the let me see. Let me get this one. What is the 18 card of the major arcana? It is the moon. The moon. Okay? Okay, this says you're in the dark about some major decisions you need to make. No matter how much advice you ask for, the choice is ultimately yours. You're going to have to be confident in yourself, trust your intuition, stop wanting others to do the work for you. There's a lot going on in your home, and it has pulled you in it has pulled you in way too many directions. Pick one or two priorities and focus only on these. So some of you are you are intuitively receiving the nudges that it is time to let someone or something go. Okay? You are receiving the nudges that it is time to let them go. It's ultimately your decision. And this is kind of what I feel with this reverse, with this Empress and the Four of Swords. You may be asking Spirit to help you make decisions, and Spirit is saying, we need for you to take action. We've already told you the decision that you should make, but now we need for you to take action on the decision you want to make. The key is to surrender to the instructions, surrender to the advice of your spirit team. Like I always say, they have a different vantage point. It is not that they're trying to take your will from you. It is not that you're supposed to just be obedient. Okay. For me, I don't subscribe to the idea of obedience. Okay, because I have my own personal power. I have my own autonomy. I have my own goddessship. You understand what I'm saying? But when I work with my spirit team, I choose to surrender because I recognize that they have a higher vantage point than I do. They have a lower vantage point than I do. Okay? So you're being guided to let something go. All right? Let something go. There's something you may be, with this being the moon card, there's something that you may still be holding on to secretly. Secretly. There could be a lot of hurt that you are holding on to secretly. Tell us more. What does the collective need to know concerning realigning themselves? We have release your guilt. You never needed those wings to fly. There was something that you may have been, this is giving me coping mechanism. If you are in the collective and this message is resonating with you, you could be in the position right now where you have already let something or someone go. You may be dealing with a little bit of guilt. All right. This could be a connection that you had with someone that you had to let go of. Releasing your guilt. It says clover on it, and we know the four-leaf clover also represents good fortune. Okay? And with all of the with the greenery here, I'm getting heart chakra. So your fortune is connected to your heart space, and your heart space is connected to your crown. All right? So there's a balance that needs to happen between your heart space and your crown. All right. And as you balance that, it's going to bring a restoration and a renewal to your lower three dimensions. There could have been some coping mechanisms that you may have been depending on. This could be an individual that you were dependent on that you have had to subsequently let go of, or you're being asked to. Whatever it is that you've had to release, whatever it is Spirit is asking you to release the guilt of, you're going to discover that, you never really needed that situation in order for you to fly. Like you didn't need someone else's to be your wings. Thank you, Spirit. You didn't need someone else to be your wings. Tell me more. Lavender, surround yourself with love. You don't need someone else to fix you. Yeah. This is giving me self-love. Absolutely giving me self-love. Okay. So to realign yourself right now, self-love is going to be of the utmost importance. Allowing the love of yourself to see your value, to see that your value was not in the other person, nor did it depend on anyone else. Whether this is family, whether this is old friendships, whether this is ex-partners, ex-lovers, whoever it is, your value was never dependent upon them. And you don't need anyone else to fix you. You don't need anyone else to fix you. Okay? But there is a beautiful new beginning that you're stepping into as you start to embrace the light. You know, as you start to move into a new dawn, there is a beautiful new beginning. That is taking place for you. At the bottom of the deck, we have Voyage. You already have all the answers. And see, that's kind of what I was feeling. Like Spirit has already pretty much given you the answers that you've been looking for. But there's still a lot of insecurities. Maybe you were in a very codependent family dynamic. Maybe you were in a very codependent relationship with someone, right? And from that, you've picked up the mindset that you are broken. You know, like you are not. Maybe you've been overly criticized in your life. You know what I mean? In your past. Spirit wants you to spend some time with yourself, really just loving on yourself, changing your inner dialogue, your inner conversation. Your inner conversation is very important right now. So if your inner conversation is still a bit self abusive, then again, it's not for you to feel any guilt or shame about that. It is bringing to your awareness what's going on in your heart space, and vice versa. You know, what's going on in your heart space is an indication of why you think the way you do about yourself, about your life, about the outcome of your goals. So this is the beauty of going within when it is used correctly. But after we go within and we receive these answers, we have to start fortifying our lived environment, the world, our lived environment, our circle of friends, who we spend our time. We have to start altering our lived experience to match the wisdoms, to match the healing that we have received when we go within. It makes no benefit to us to spend time going within if when we come out we're not going to start making decisions about the things that we have the power to change. That we have the power to change. Spirit, tell me of what the collective has to look forward to as they bring themselves into realignment. Self-doubt. You are questioning yourself and unable to move forward. Don't let fear hold you back. You have the strength and power to see it through. Now is the time to break free from the limiting pattern. So what you have to look forward to is a renewed sense of strength, a renewed sense of power, because you're going to learn from this that you can bring yourself through anything that you are faced with. Okay, you're also going to receive from this realignment a certain freedom and a certain liberation. All right, from any patterns, any coping mechanisms is what I'm hearing, but anything that has been limiting you and holding you back, whether that is fear, whether that is codependency, whether that is toxic self dialogue. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to experience a release and a breaking free from those things, whatever they are. All right, as you begin to realign. Taking the high road. You are at an impasse with a relationship or situation. It's now time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. So you realigning with yourself and bringing your energy into balance is going to release you from overthinking overthinking about this is giving me surrender. It's going to teach you the power in surrendering. It's going to teach you the power in the fluidity of your divine feminine aspect. We can sometimes overthink, again with the Four of Swords. You're overthinking. Okay, so you're going to have the ability to stay in a higher frequency. Okay, with this take the high road, I'm hearing like as you realign, your frequency is going to elevate, your vibration is going to elevate, and anytime you feel a drop in your energies, you're going to know how to get back to the higher road, how to get back to the higher vibration and the higher frequency. Because it's when we try to operate in control that we end up lowering our energy. When we remain surrendered, when we remain fluid and in flow, we can keep our vibrations up. Okay? And we can see the positivity, and we can take a course of action based on our higher vibrations, our higher self. You're going to gain your voice. This is what you have to look forward to as you realign. You're going to reclaim your voice. You're going to speak on things when it bothers you. You're not going to hold on to it and then begin to use it as a weapon to further self-destruct. If someone has offended you, you're going to say it in the moment. You're going to say it with tact. You're going to establish your boundaries. You're going to move into a Queen of Swords energy, which is the proper usage for this sword right here. The proper usage for this sword is to establish your boundaries with people who try to impede upon your boundaries. Okay, so this is what you're going to learn and you're going to accomplish as you begin to realign. You're going to regain your voice. And so that brings in the throat chakra element. And all of these chakras are all connected. And so this is a beautiful message because it really breaks down how they're all connected. How they're all connected. So this could mean that you're also going to be able to have a conversation with a individual or individuals who you have had to let go of. You may have an opportunity to come back and just to speak your feelings and how you felt about their actions, if that is needed, if it's necessary, if it's what you want to do. But this could just be you going forward with an active throat chakra, right? A balanced throat chakra. This is something the Spirit is telling me to say, because this may resonate with some of you. Sometimes we are not actually holding on to what was said and or done to us that caused us hurt. We are actually feeling a lot of guilt because we didn't speak up or show up for ourselves in that moment. It's not actually what the person did that you're still hurt about. What you are actually hurt about is that you didn't show up for yourself in that moment. And this is where self-forgiveness is needed. To forgive yourself for allowing individuals to make you feel like you were not good enough. And then for you not to have the confidence to, again, speak up for yourself in that moment. Sometimes we hold on to the guilt of that, to the memory of that. Okay? And we can literally go in our minds and be like, well, I should have said this and I should have said that and I should have told them that when they did that to me. And you're mulling over it over and over and over and over again about what you could have, would have, and should have said or done. That brings guilt. that brings self-guilt. That brings self-victimizing, because ultimately at the end of that thought process, you start feeling bad again because you're putting yourself back in the offense, and yet you're so far removed from the moment. It's not like you can go back and say what you should have, would have, could have said. So you have to give yourself forgiveness. You have to speak to your inner child and let him or her know that from this day forward, I will not let anyone impede upon your peace, impede upon your joy, impede upon your happiness and your passions. I will not let my inner child be abused. Okay? So I just wanted to share that because Spirit was telling me to share that. For some of you, you've been reliving offensive moments over and over and over and over again. And you think that you're still upset with what the person said or did. That's not really what you're upset about. What you're really upset about, if you want to call it upset, is the guilt that you feel because now maybe you're older, or now maybe you know a little more, or now maybe you can see exactly why you was offended, but you have this, you're toting around this guilt that you didn't speak up for yourself at the time the offense took place. You subsequently let them get away with it. So you think, right? So for some of you that will resonate. Self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself for not showing up for yourself. Okay? Give me one more, Spirit. What does collective have to look forward to as they realign themselves? Breaking free. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it is necessary. If you're going to share your true self with others, be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. So one of the things that you're getting ready to step into as you realign yourself, collective, is you're getting ready to step into a sense of freedom that is rooted in your true authentic self. The confidence to show up as yourself. You don't need to alter yourself in any rooms that you step into, in any relationships that you are in. True love, when it shows up, is going to love you for who you are. In order for it to do that, you must be who you are. If you don't be who you actually are, you can be rest assured that nobody is actually ever going to love you. What they are loving, if anything, is the representative that you have created because you're afraid to show up as you. When we want true love and to have people who truly love us, we must first make the choice to show up in every room at every moment as ourselves. So this is what you're getting ready to step into. For some of you, you may be already stepped into your true authentic life, which is founded and rooted and built upon your true authentic self. Okay? Okay. This has been the Message Collective. Please leave a comment. Let me know how this message resonated with you. Shoot your girl a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Join the tribe. Would love to have you here, and turn on your notification bell so you will know when I am back with another message. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next message. Peace, family.